This is the fifth episode? No, keep it going.
No, it's the fourth
Fourth or
episode.
fifth? Okay, keep it going. Because
Okay,
I forgot I lost one. Fourth, right. Hello everyone, welcome to our fourth episode of the Hikayat podcast. Thank you very much for listening to our previous podcasts, and we look forward to wrapping up the first season of this podcast. On this episode, we have three international students. They're going to be our guests for this episode, and we look forward to having a very fruitful exchange with them and getting some of their insight. So, from my left to my right, let's have everybody introduce themselves, names, where they're from, and what they're doing in life.
Okay, I'm going first. My name is Muhammad Abdurrahman. I'm from Mauritania. I'm studying here BA. That's all what I can. My second year.
Mm-hmm.
That's
When did you come to AUI?
2022 fall.
Okay. And we have?
My name is Olita Dix. I'm from Liberia. I'm studying psychology, and I came to AUI last year, spring.
Mm-hmm. Just a second, Mohammed, you're on exchange or?
No.
Okay, you're a student here.
Yeah, I'm still.
What about you, Olita?
I'm a student.
You're also a student.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
My name is Kaylin Powers. I'm from United States, Colorado. I am on exchange for this semester, so I just got here in August and I'm leaving this month. And I am a directing major, and here I'm taking film classes and photography classes.
Okay. How did you end up in Morocco? What inspired you to come to Morocco for exchange out of all places in the world?
For me, I kind of put in multiple different places. I wasn't really sure what I was going to get. I knew I wanted to take film courses. So I looked through the website I was using with my school and looked at all the different film courses, and most of them were in London, which wasn't very exciting to me. I think London is kind of boring. And I looked other places. I initially kind of wanted to go to Japan, but they didn't really have anything there, and I just wanted to get further out of the States, and AUI popped up, and I put it in with all my schools, and when I got it, I was super excited because it was going to be something very different, and I was excited to experience that.
That's really interesting. So between London and Morocco, you ended up in Morocco, which I would argue is better, huh?
Not
What about-
Morocco, Ifran.
Yeah.
Ifran, the
Yeah.
most boring city.
It's funny that everyone has such a different response to when I tell that story. It's very, you're here. What's that like? And I'm like, I'm doing good. I like it. I'm traveling. I'm meeting nice people, and yeah.
What about you, Mohammed? Why Morocco?
Why Morocco? It's close to
It's
my
near.
country. And also, I wanted to go to UK, but my dad told me that Morocco it's a good university. American system. He told me that in Mauritania there's a lot of students who take their bachelors from UK, French, and another countries. And it's popular not to have another country, but if you came with an Akhawi,
Okay.
it's gonna be different. But my master would do it inshallah in UK.
Inshallah. Why not? Olita?
I got stuck here because of COVID.
It was not a choice.
No, honestly, it wasn't. I came to Morocco 4 years ago to study French, and then COVID hit, and I got stuck. And I was studying in a French university, and I don't speak French. So I looked for English-speaking schools, and it was either UIR in Rabat or Akwan, and I chose here because it had snow, but then I ended up not liking the snow.
Okay, that's interesting.
How did you prepare for the cultural differences before arriving here?
I think I am out of this question. We have a lot of
Similarities?
similarities in our cultures. Here in the Moroccan Sahara, we are
Yeah.
the same dialect, the same clothes, and stuff like that. And from Morocco, we have Darija, we have some similarities in the world. I don't feel that there is a difference, but I think that it's from the other countries that I already visited. Morocco is the kindest.
Okay, kindest. That's very interesting. What about you, Caleb?
Prepared is a funny word to me. I don't think I prepared. And I heard about it, that I got accepted about it. I did further research, but I think there's a lot of people in America especially who will say, you're going to Morocco. Good luck, you know? And then there's my stepsister was like so excited for me. She was like, you can go here. And she knew all about Morocco and was like very excited for me to go. So I just was a little nervous to leave Colorado, I guess. I was more just freaking out that it was like my first time leaving for months. And I just kind of got here and adapted as I went.
Okay. Are there as many camels as you thought there would be?
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Olita?
For me, I knew about Morocco before, but I'm from a Christian country first off, and then there's a Muslim country, and back home everybody's like, they have like this freedom. I can say they can do whatever they want in the street, but here it's very restrictive.
Conservative.
Like, conservative, yes, but it's also restricting you from doing a lot of things that I'm not going to talk about.
It's fine. We're all just trying to have a fun conversation. But ever since you came, what would you say has been the most surprising thing? Not just Morocco, even AUI or IFRAD, like in general.
I would say the taxi drivers.
What about them?
Like there are some who just like steal from you, and you can tell that they're stealing from you.
Oh.
And they're like, I don't know how to speak the language already, so I'm just okay. Safit, 10s.
Okay.
And it's like 70s.
That's something in Ifran or just?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Rabat, Casa, Ifran, everywhere.
think
Like
it
as soon
happened-
as they know you're a foreigner, they treat you differently.
I think it's happened in all countries.
Yes,
Yeah. Whenever you go in to another
Countries
country,
don't
you
speak
face
their
the same
language.
issue. Yes.
No, you see the thing is, in Rabat, there's the meter. I'm seeing the
Okay.
amount, but I'm paying something else.
You should have told him.
How will she
Well,
face?
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. What about you, Kayla? What was most surprising?
I think the staring is what gets me still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just. I mean, I feel like as a woman, especially, you're always getting kind of stared at. But going on the trains and just. Barshit?
Barshid, yes. I'll share that story.
You want to share it?
No, go on.
No, you go.
So, Kayla and I were in Barshid, out of all places. She wanted to explore Casa, and I told her, let's go a little further. Let's go see my family. And they're in a small town outside of Casablanca. We go there, she meets my family, she gets her henna done, she gets really happy, and I'm going to drive her back. I stop at a red light in Barshid, and Kaylin is looking at me with so much shock on her face. She's like, Mu'taz, they're staring. I go, what do you mean? And she points. I turn to my left, I see a car, a whole family. The whole family is just looking at us.
Just like,
burning eye contact at a red light, and we're very close. And I just laugh it off, and I drive off. And in my mind, I go, it's either because she's a pale girl in Barshid with green eyes, or this might sound crazy, perhaps it's the bright red hair.
Yes, it's the color. And both. Because I think in Morocco, it doesn't matter from where you come, but if you're not Moroccan, they keep saying it's Moroccans even. So if you're not Moroccan, they stare double the usual. So I think you should be used to it, but she cannot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're half Moroccan.
I don't think people stare at me. There's nothing to stare at.
No, but she should be.
I blend in quite well. But, yeah.
What
about you, Mohammed?
The most surprising things.
Yes.
How can I say it? Wait, how can I say it? They don't respect the rules that they say.
Okay. Yes, because
I see it more than like marketing things.
okay. Okay, I guess I get what you mean. AY is different from
What we see.
the general
Yeah.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Because Ifrane in itself is a bubble, and I think it is very much a bubble, thanks to it being a college town. It is a university town.
Ifrane is the most boring.
Exactly. Yeah, it's quite, besides Al Akhawain and the snow and some sights, it's a very small town. There isn't much going on.
And I call it like a depression city.
It can get quite depressing. But yeah.
But it's good here to work late night.
Yeah, it's safe.
Yeah.
It is safe compared to other other cities.
Other cities, yes, but
Fast, fast.
yeah. Oh no, I wouldn't go out at night, and I'm not that pretty. But
But Rabat, I think it's safe.
Rabat depends on where you are in Rabat. That's the thing. Other cities, it's different depending on where you are within the city. Ifrane, it's more or less the same everywhere,
Yeah,
unless you go all the way to Hay Atlas or what's it called, Timid Deqin. Besides that, it's just a small town. Everybody knows everybody, and it's a very walkable city. What would you say is one of the most memorable experiences ever since you came? Like, share a little story with us.
I always have a good story with the WF.
Huh?
WF?
Always the professor tried, but I bring some reason from my mind in here.
Okay. What was your best reason? Like, you gave a reason and you thought this is an amazing reason.
A good reason.
Yes.
I was having 14 absent,
14. Okay.
and the professor told me you'll have a WF.
Uh-huh.
I told you that that's 7 absent. I told him I went to Mauritania. My uncle died. He told me, show me your passport. I thought I didn't put his passport. I went on the way because I was here.
Okay. Good job. Not
And
bad.
another excuse, I went. It was like, it's the last class of writing
Mhm.
two, the last year,
Mhm.
and I didn't have any absent the whole semester,
Okay.
and I didn't want to have an absent. And then I went with my friends to take a dinner, and I told the professor I was sick. Maybe I will come late. He didn't put me absent. And it was the last minute he put me absent. So directly, it was like there is raining. I went in front of the health center. You know the thing.
Okay.
I
Mud.
take it, put it in my pants.
Nice.
And told him I just felt and here it really hurt me. He gave me an excuse. Absent.
That's very smart. That's very genius. What about you, Olita? I'm sure you have some stories. The ones you can share. Let's put it that way.
I would say my first year, actually, my first semester during the orientation. Since then, I haven't really have any good. There's nothing going on.
Okay.
It's just classes,
Mhm.
my room.
Right, definitely. What about you, Kaylin? One of the highlights you've had so far.
There's
It's fine. Take your time.
there's a lot. I've met a lot of fun, good people, and have been trying to travel and hang out and do fun things with them as much as possible. I think recently there was the Rhythm Unity event, and that was really fun. I had 2 assignments for that though, because I'm taking film and photography classes, so my idea was to like document the behind the scenes and performers on stage. So from like 9 to 1 in the morning that night, I was just filming and taking photography. And then afterwards, we all like got together and ate. What's the food we ate?
ate دجاج محمر بالتخميرة. It was very cold, but it was very good.
Really good. It was really good, and there was one of the friends last night here, so we were just telling stories of that friend, and we had a little dance party after that, and slept, and just nights like that like are really memorable, and I'll always look back on. And
That's
yeah.
very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine like a lot of you have spent quite the time here. The least time is from Kaylin. You've been here 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. What's something you miss about back home? A custom or a place or a person or something you really miss about?
For me, I missed only driving. I like to drive, spend the whole I drive there in Morocco, Gaza, but it's not like the same in Malta. I can drive whatever I want. In this.
Okay.
And there I have only one restaurant.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's almost thing because my dad always trying to argue with them. Why you don't spend time at home? I'm always driving. He told me the fuel done in 1 day, 2 days. It's my habit.
Yeah, driving can be a lot of fun. I love driving too, honestly. Olita?
I miss the food. Like,
Oh?
no offense to Moroccan food, is very good,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't really put spices like pepper in
Okay.
it. So it's very, like,
Say the
just
word.
one more pepper.
Bland.
Bland.
We're gonna come back to this point. We're gonna talk about this. Kaylin?
I miss driving too. I think I don't know. It was like anything like
Something you miss about Colorado Springs.
I miss my roommate. I think he misses me too. He's very excited for me to come back. I guess Christmas is coming up,
Mm-hmm.
so there's that. It's I don't know. America goes crazy. They put up those
Yeah,
lights
here,
and
no.
they just it's like festive, which is like holidays like in general I'm just kind of iffy about, but it's fun during December and the snow. It's been snowing where I'm from, so just
You
little
also
things.
really miss Taco Bell.
Yeah,
You brought that up.
Dorito taco. It's so good.
Speaking
I
of-
don't want the French tacos anymore. I'm so tired of French tacos. It's a burrito. Like, what is that?
It's a French taco.
It's
like
not
you
a
said.
taco. Don't call it a taco.
But let's go back to food, okay? Because I, as a half Moroccan, I honestly agree with Olita. Moroccan food can be very, very, very bland.
It's not spicy.
It's good. It tastes good. It tastes okay. But when you compare it to the seasoning levels of...
Yeah, that's true. We have the same thing in Malta. We put a lot of seasons.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
the same. That's why
Is
we
it a
don't have
bad
the same.
thing?
Of course it is. You eat something you want to experience. In Morocco, it's usually راس الحانوت, حميرة, خرطوم, الملحة, كنور. There you go. مرقة. It's food. No. There needs to be more. There needs to be saffron. There needs to be Cajun. There needs
Well, I
to be...
think we use that.
That's why in Mauritania and Morocco we don't have the same couscous at all. Not
At
this-
all.
At all.
Yeah.
We have different seasons.
You're not Moroccan.
Half.
I know. No, I'm also half, but I'm sure you.
Look, I represent the things of Morocco that deserve representing, and I can represent proudly. Slo is good. Slo is very good. It tastes
It's called
amazing.
zamita, by the way. It's
There you go.
simple.
Not even Moroccans within themselves agree on what things are called and what tastes good and what doesn't. But yeah, it's and Mauritanian tea, southern tea, ete, is better than any Moroccan tea.
Yes,
Morocco-
it's not the same. People there, if they don't drink it, their heart gets hurt.
Yes.
Even here in
It's-
Morocco, some people are so
Some-
addicted to tea.
There is difference between
I think
some
most of
and
Moroccans.
too many.
No. I
Or
think
foreigners.
most Moroccans, except me. I think most Moroccans.
She's the only exception in the whole country.
No,
Look,
but I think also
I know a lot of
But,
Moroccans.
but
I have
you're
a lot.
saying Mauritanian tea is much
It's
better
not the
than
same
Moroccan
thing.
tea.
It's not the same tea.
Even Mauritanians, when they came here, they have two things they bring it from their country: Marlboro and tea.
Yeah,
We don't have the same Marlboro. Our Marlboro is writing, you have the right only to sell it in Mauritania. It's more Qas Hadari. A lot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And,
And
and the same tea, we have tea more Qas Hadari. Even the Moroccan Sahara.
Is it like
Their tea, they
tea?
take it from us.
Is it like South African tea? Because I've tasted South African tea and it tastes terrible.
I think it's very similar to Sahrawi tea, and
Yeah, it's very
it's
similar.
funny you bring up that people from
Sahara have
the southern of Morocco, they bring it from Mauritania. It's true.
Yes,
I have a-
they're closest.
Yeah. I have a friend, his cousin, his job is to smuggle cigarettes and tea from Mauritania to Morocco. It's that different. Well, I think we reached the consensus of, I think we can all agree, at least most of us, that Moroccan food in general is bland. In general.
Expect a tajin.
Tagine, yes, because you wait from sunrise until dhuhr and then you eat. Besides that, no. Forgive me. But yeah, when you guys first came to Morocco, let's move on from food. I'm getting hungry. When you guys first came to Morocco, I imagine there was an excitement to explore Morocco, right?
Yeah.
But it also came with the pressure of academics and classes, and I came here for a reason. How did you guys balance that? The balance between, I need to explore Morocco, but I also need to do good in my classes.
I have a lot of WF. So
So, I think to the ones who balanced between classes and exploring
we balanced
Morocco.
from the half of the semester into the.
Of course, definitely. Look, I understand. I have 12 absences in one class this semester. Yeah, I have good excuses too. I know how it goes.
It's funny you say that because yesterday I was in here and my lab instructor was like, it was our last lab that was required. He was like, yeah, I realized, it's been kind of like stressful. Kaylin, how did you like manage working and traveling? And I was like, I think it's interesting. I think it depends on classes. I think if I would have had harder classes, it would have been a very different case of managing. But I talked to other exchange and international students, and some of them have a way lighter load than me. It just depends on what you're doing. But I think overall, like, trying to get stuff done early on, talking to professors about what's going on. But yeah, I had one professor who told me to redo 3 assignments, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. There's just a point where you like just need to focus on what you want and.
We have an argument for the professors here. Every professor has his own grading, his own slides, his own grading system, like the accounting. The accounting, when I was like studying with professor from India, it's just another method of accounting. When I went to LC2 university, he teach me another thing. I told him this professor told me he's the only one that teach another thing. All the other professors are agree on what he teaches. It's only him who have different method. When I came to him to ask him about the LC, the LC, no, not
The language
CLE. The CLE, and they teach me another thing. He told me, no, the CLE, they are my students. It's
Okay.
So I was doing a method. His exercise, I don't understand them. He always bring the exams on the same exercises. So I just memorize it and come to it. I don't try myself to understand, because you can't.
A lot of professors and instructors, they have quite the amount of pride. So sometimes as students, we find ourselves not just studying for the course, but we're studying for the professor themselves. So it's not, okay, I'm going to retain this content and I'm going to be examined on it. It's going to be, I'm going to retain this content and I need to portray it the way the professor wants me to portray it. Yeah, which gets complicated, which gets really tough.
What about you?
I just, my weekend, there's no studying in it. Like, so basically when I'm planning my classes, I do Friday. I make sure Monday, Wednesday, Friday I finish early, like around 12 or 1. Then I go sleep. And then like in the evening, I go out. Yeah, like it makes it balanced. Like during the week I study, during the weekend I...
It's all about time management.
That's the only way I can balance
one
my
day
life.
Before the midterm or the exam, wake up at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. studying. I like to study at the morning.
Okay.
Really easy, you can't memorize everything, really easy.
Mauritanian ate, you sit down, maybe Marlboro, Qas have very much, and you study. Okay, that's very good. Look, also, every student has their own method and their own approach. But
the only thing important you have the good grades.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If you have good grades, it doesn't. The method it's not important.
Okay, I see. The end justifies the means. Voila. But I really respect the idea of managing your time, though. You live a more comfortable life long term.
More comfortable but boring. Better always to put yourself under stress or under something. There's something like
life needs to be adventurous.
Yes. Okay. It doesn't need to be, because after the university you'll have
okay.
not have a peaceful life.
Yeah. Did you guys travel around Morocco? Different cities.
I just came this Monday from Rabat.
Okay, mashallah. What would you say is your favorite city so far?
Marrakesh.
Why?
They don't really judge you.
Okay.
And a lot of people wearing the same things I wear.
It's country in the whole world from the tourism.
Okay, yeah. What about you? What's your favorite city?
Look, I like silence.
You like silence?
Yes.
Different.
The only not different.
Oh, okay.
Rabat.
Rabat.
There is mixed everything, but there is not that voice like Casa.
I understand.
Yeah, Rabat is quiet.
It's quiet and beautiful. And there is everything that you need.
What about you, Kevin?
Tangier.
Tangier?
Yeah.
How come?
The beach is nice, and I went to Cinema Reef, which was cool. I don't know. There's just some fun places to go there, I guess. Marrakesh was fun too. I was only there for like 2 days though, so there's a lot to see there, so I'm not really sure. And yeah, I haven't gone to Rabat yet. I want to go.
Rabat. I agree with Mohammed. Rabat is my favorite city too.
But Rabat is boring somehow.
It's
No, Rabat's not boring.
Rabat, if you want to look for everything, you will find it.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Anything, everything. You will find it.
If Rabat is boring, it is because you want to be bored.
Yes.
Otherwise, there are so many places to visit. The Medina itself, the Medina alone, you can spend at least a week exploring it and exploring all the different spots in the Medina. Qasbat al-Wudaya is so beautiful with the sunrise and even the sunset.
I think because I went to Rabat twice almost.
So are you gonna judge it? You're gonna judge it, exactly. Like, I can't comment on Marrakesh. I've never been to Marrakesh.
I've never been also.
Voilà.
You should go.
I'm planning on going to Marrakesh, inshallah, after this semester ends. I'll see how things go. Have you had a moment, like ever since you came to Morocco, in which you really had a heartwarming feeling? Like you felt like people are treating you really nice?
It depends on the city also.
Okay.
When you came directly from the airport, the taxi man see that you are Mauritanian. And then Mauritania is popular because that they give a lot of money to the taxi man. And then when I went, he just told me, I have my daughter, something like that, I gave him 200.
There's always a story.
Yes. So when I give me another story. When I give them back, he starts kissing my hand, so I cannot.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the same thing when there is Ahmed Chef in Casa. Ma'arif.
Oh yeah.
It's popular that there is Mauritania at holidays, always. So when I just entered at September, I saw a lot of old men, all of them are sitting there in front of the Mauritanian apartment, and all of them are crying.
Okay. SubhanAllah.
And all of them are crying. But when you go to another place that you are unknown, you find everything is nice and kind people and everything. They are kind, but they use.
Exactly. They're kind for a reason.
Yes.
Everyone is nice for a reason. Yeah. Would you? Well, go on.
Mine was probably when I went to visit a family from AUI. Actually, my friend, she invited me home, and I went to her house, and then they were so welcoming. The food was so nice, and they set the table. They were trying to have a conversation with me. I don't speak Arabic or Darija or French, so it's just kind of awkward because I was just looking one direction for translation. But it was so cool.
What city was it?
It's in Rabat.
Okay. See. Rabat is really nice. What about you, Caleb?
I think I have two. The first one, when I first got here, I stayed at a Riyadh and Fez, and I toured the Riyadh with someone, and I told her I was going to Hawaii, and she was so kind to me and was gave me her number and was if you ever need to leave or if you need a place to stay or food or whatever, I'm here for you. And she was just so sweet to me, and that was a great start to transitioning to Morocco. And then I also have a friend's house that I went to in Barshit.
The Barshit experience.
But yes, we talked about this earlier. Your sister did my henna, and I also could not speak to them, which was funny, but we got bits and pieces. And my Tez's little sister gave me a ring and necklaces that she made, and it was just so sweet. And he has a very sweet family, so
Yeah.
that was very heartwarming.
Yeah. Yeah. You're making me miss my family. You're making me miss home. I'm not like I can only imagine what you guys feel like, because home for me is 5 hours away by train. Home away for you is a plane ride, and I feel homesick.
But it's like 4 hours for me. 4 hours.
4 hours plane.
Yeah.
It's an hour to the airport. It's an hour waiting for check-in. It's
Well,
But
my home is 1 hour, and
6
I
hours.
still feel homesick.
Amira, you can never say you feel homesick. You go home every weekend. Fun fact, guys. Amira never spent a weekend in Ifran
Why?
ever since she came. Yeah, why?
I cannot. I simply cannot. I cannot imagine myself sitting here for a weekend.
Why not?
Why do you have to sit?
You can walk around, explore Marshall.
I don't know. I feel. By the way, I never went to Marche. I went twice just to buy some stuff. You know this famous khalti?
Khalti, yes.
I never went to the khalti.
Oh,
Believe me, I
it's
never
good.
went.
They're like going to Marche where they sell veggies
And she said that
meat.
Rabbi is boring. It's good that she didn't discover any.
Exactly. And she's gonna say Ifran is boring.
Yes.
No, like actually, do you just miss your home?
I don't think so.
I think I miss home, but at the same time, I'm so used to going back home to the point that
It's better that she doesn't think about the food or anything. It's
Oh.
like mentality relax.
I don't think it's a question of food. Food is everywhere.
yeah, food is
Yeah, but
everywhere.
you don't take the attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Home has
Maybe
its
your father,
warmth.
when you came back every weekend, he will ask you how you did.
Yeah.
And I think I see it as a break from studying and the university and your roommates.
Problem there.
Yeah, exactly. You can understand that.
Yeah.
Negative experiences with roommates. So
Terrible.
yeah.
How have your roommate experiences been?
Sometimes. Like honestly, like people don't respect
I spent the
another
last year
person's
single.
privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're in the same room, but at least keep your hands and your things away from me. And like keep the common area clean.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care if you have your clothes on your bed or whatever. It's your side, but like with the bathroom that we use, like keep your hair to yourself.
Yeah, I understand.
Me, the last year I did a great thing. I was living with myself. No problems.
Okay.
Peace of mind. But this semester, in the summer session, I was having a roommate. There's like a lot of how can I say? Huh?
Miscommunication?
No, not miscommunication. Confidentiality.
Confidentiality?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Like I went, I came back, I see another world in my room. Sometimes I sleep, I see 4 people down.
Oh, okay.
And that's so, and even when you try to change and go to them, you always give no excuse.
Well, you
Yeah,
cannot
how-
change during the semester.
You can. I have a lot of friends who change during the semester.
The rooms?
You
Of
can.
course you can.
You can change, but I had the same case, and I think you can change only if the case is very bad. Like you are very. You cannot.
Lots of friends who change.
Because I had the same situation once. I don't remember.
No, you can change.
It's the same
You
excuse as
either
you
are willing to move or your roommate is willing to move. One of them.
Exactly.
They can.
I don't know. I had the same situation before, and they said no. You can only change if, for example, there's blood between you and there's
They
a
will
fight.
always give something.
Yes.
They don't want you to change.
Yeah,
They
so
will
I
always
said,
give.
Yeah.
And then you fight, they suspend you.
God forbid. What about you, Kim?
My roommate's very sweet. We keep to each other.
Oh, look at her having a good life, huh?
I was so nervous about it though. Like I had a roommate my first semester of college, and it was so awkward. It killed me. So then I just moved in by myself, and then I got a house with my friends, and one person was horrible, and we eventually got rid of her. So having to have a roommate again.
Got rid of her.
Well, she left.
Is
but-
she alive?
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But So I was very nervous to get a roommate, and then I met her. She's very sweet. She cleans her stuff. I clean my stuff. She leaves. I leave.
It's a gamble with roommates,
gamble,
especially when you first come to university. A lot of people are leaving their home for the very first time. They got used to laundry doing itself, food being made by itself, cleaning done by itself. So they never really knew how to take care of themselves, let alone respect privacy with somebody else and common space. And I feel like it honestly reflects their parents and the way they were raised more than it reflects who they are as a person.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah, but eventually, I'd like to think eventually they learn.
Yeah,
They don't.
They have to.
They don't.
They don't have the right. They have to learn.
They have to.
Even now or later.
With Muhammad, you don't learn, I beat you. And you learn. Exactly. No, but eventually, I think they learn.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
no,
so.
I don't think so. Me too.
No, they will learn. Even if they got, if his friends came and start joking with him, he will learn with that. He will try to learn by himself. Or he will be forced by the time.
Yeah.
He will be forced
Well,
to
I
learn.
think some things cannot change.
I'm talking
When
about
people-
guys, not girls.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, girls are different. By the way, I feel like boys living together is much easier than girls living together.
But girls, I think, girls, they don't show that. I don't think that they have. They can. I think how can I say, the highest percentage to fight between roommates is on guys, because they don't share their talks. The girls directly. They always bring the private. But with guys, it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Even, I see it. I don't know.
I think it's very different from one person to another, Sarah.
Yeah, it's,
I'm not sure. You either have a.
but
good-
girls have more responsibility than the guys. I'm sure about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard stories of some girls having no responsibility and being
But
very
it's
unclean.
wrong.
Unclean. And I heard, like Olita herself, she mentioned a very unclean roommate. I've had roommates who are very clean, like as guys.
I had a roommate. I was calling him bacteria.
I had one also. And yeah, I even got an infection because of her. She was so unclean, last year. And it was very bad. I had to go to the health center and spend a night there because of her. She was very...
But how could this affect you?
she was to the point that... how can I say that?
Yeah, there's a...
She showers once a week, once 2 weeks. And this... she had an infection due to this, and this infection can go from a person to another, and
From breathing?
because I don't remember exactly, but since we were living in the same place, we were sharing many things, which is a big mistake. Sharing your stuff with someone else, it may seem kind, but it's not.
Always when
And,
you share something will happen.
Why is it?
I agree, sharing can get very problematic, especially in the context of roommates, because كيف ما كنقولوا بالدارجة we say كتدسروا عليك.
And yes,
they get too comfortable.
That
with
was
it.
the case to the point she was stealing my stuff. And that's what I said. It's much complicated to live with me here. Yes, she was stealing my stuff, and because I go back home every weekend, so I started noticing things. And she was inviting her friends during the weekend. They have a party in my place, and they use all my stuff, and then things got.
I think the best solution to approaching this problem with roommates is within the very first few days,
you set
your
standards,
markers and you enforce them. Hey, this is my thing, this is my line, don't cross it, I respect you, you respect me. That's what I've been doing ever since my first semester. Because my first semester, I had a very horrible experience with my roommate. But, we ended it on good terms. In a way, it felt like a breakup because we were good friends. But yeah, we're on very good terms to this day.
Okay, let's move. Okay, in what ways do you think studying abroad has contributed to your personal growth and development?
I think everyone see a lot. Will be more responsible.
Yeah, more responsibility.
Honestly, my country is not it. So basically, like here is like an opportunity for me, in a way. So like compared to back home, I would rather do school here, and it's like I've been living by myself since I was like 14.
Okay.
So
I
it's
see that,
not.
but
So I don't think it made me responsible. In fact, it made me irresponsible. I just learn from my mistakes. I swear. Like I just do some things. Sometimes like I get broke to the extent I'm like, you know, have you ever gotten broke? Like you don't eat the whole day. You're just like they're just like, what did I do with the amount of money I had? And then next time you know how to plan better. You buy food first before you have fun.
Yeah. That's the important part you learn.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't learn.
So you develop.
What about you, Kaden?
I think it has pushed my confidence up, and I'm more comfortable just doing random things by myself, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That's a very interesting angle. Confidence and comfort doing things by yourself.
Why?
No, because... No, yeah, exactly. Tell me why. Why answer that? Why? How come?
Oh no, why is that interesting? I felt like that's like a good response.
No, it's good. It's interesting, but how come? Coming to Morocco, like I came to Morocco, and ever since I came to Morocco, I feel more confident and I feel more comfortable spending time with myself.
Yeah.
Why? How come?
Maybe it's the culture or something.
I don't know. I think a lot of my life I've taken care of other people, and yeah, okay, there it is. I came to Morocco completely away from my family, my friends, everything I knew, and it was like a fresh start. So I was like, I want a cappuccino. I'm gonna go get a cappuccino. You know, little things like that just build up, and it just like made my confidence better with that. Because I just give.
Okay. Have you picked up any mannerisms or language that is Moroccan? Like sometimes, like in a moment you did something or you said something and you felt like, whoa, I'm becoming Moroccan.
Who teaches you that word?
With my friends. Well, I know how to say salam alaikum, you know, when you're greeting. And the numbers, sometimes I understand it, but I don't know how to say it because of my accent.
Okay.
So, but...
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Mohammed?
Cooking a tajin.
Cooking, like, okay.
Eating habsha. I don't know, but I think eating lobia and thon بالمطيشة. We don't have the mood, so
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was trying to think of the word I said. Yesterday, I was at my friend's house, and we were just sitting, studying. She tells me a story, and I was just talking to her, and I said, Kifesh? And she was like...
Kifesh.
It was like the little words like that, I guess I'll say. I love Safi.
Safi.
Maybe a little too much.
Safi.
But yeah, my friend started me with some bad words, so now I'm relearning some words. Not Artez.
Yeah, of course.
Other friends.
Yeah, other friends who are definitely not me. You really like bed and khli', by the way. You don't even know what that is. It's the cheese with the eggs with the meat in it.
That's how you say it?
Bed khli', yes.
I know can I
You don't like it?
No, I never tasted khliya.
No, man. Kaylin
I
is
did-
more
I did
Moroccan
one.
than you.
I did once, I did not like it, so.
No, it's really nice. It's similar to beef jerky.
It depends on where you eat it.
Yeah.
In Khatir, she have a good one. But
Yes.
when I eat that Casablanca in pod,
Is it full of fat?
Yes.
I don't eat.
It's very fatty.
That's why. No! It's just that I don't like food that way.
You don't like greasy food?
Yes, معقودة also.
Do you like boulfef?
C'est quoi هذا؟
You don't even know what's boulfef.
ديك ديال العيد.
Yes.
with الحولي. I don't even eat الحولي كامل.
Okay.
والله.
Okay. So Eid comes, you go home, you lock.
Yeah, I cannot stay out with. No, that's impossible.
Interesting. You spent Eid in Morocco, Lita.
Yeah, I spent it with some all my friends' family. Like every time I go, I change.
What do you think of Eid?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I swear, like the food and the culture, the way there's this one time I went to Marrakesh with my friend. It was during it was in August, like summertime. There's some break. I went there and then they had like this sheep or some goat. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was hanging upside down like for a day or something, and then
Yeah.
like the next morning I woke up and they were wrapping like meat in intestines.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
See, it's
I cannot.
it's a bonding experience. It's a
I've
grounding.
lived here 17 years and I never experienced
Are you
it.
sure you're Moroccan?
Technically, where are you from, Amira?
I'm Moroccan.
Both parents?
And no, my father is not Moroccan.
There you. Wow.
Maybe she
Um,
has
Go on.
genetic.
Oh, no.
My father is Ukrainian, by the way.
Really? I almost went there for school.
I almost went there for school too. Thank God I did. Thank God I did. But since we're talking about food and we've been talking about food quite a bit, what's your favorite food in Morocco? We know kalen, it's بيض خليع.
Yeah.
You also like الحم برقوق.
Oh,
You know what that
just
is?
saying.
It's the meat with the prunes we had at the place.
Oh, yeah, but I thought that was just tagine.
It's a kind of tagine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And the tea. The tea. is good.
The tea.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
the tea.
okay.
Shwa. Shwa, she needs to take
Yeah, she had shwa. I took Kalen around
Fish
Morocco.
on.
Yeah. I remember when we had barbecue.
Ah.
Yeah.
That was
With
so
tea and
good.
yeah, exactly. What about you? Ollie?
My favorite is sort of tagine. Is the meat is like so soft and then it has a lot of like fat in it.
Okay.
And
Does it have the prunes, the little black things?
yeah.
Okay,
like
it's the same thing. Yeah, voila. Yeah. What about you?
طاجين بالدجاج.
Frit. Saf. Classic. The good old reliable.
Yes.
You can. That's the thing. For all three of you, it's the tagine, and I genuinely think it's not the components as much as it is.
I think it's just like the spices.
The-
The tagine itself.
It's the tagine itself. The word tagine, it's not
It's
the
the
recipe.
pot, right?
It's the clay pot in which it is cooked. And one of the secrets to tagine is to slow cook things.
In
So it
Mauritania
come-
we have a tagine, but it's not the same cooking, not the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I like it here better.
Oh, okay. You like it here better.
Yeah.
You hear that, Mauritania? Mohammed likes the tagine in Morocco more than Mauritania.
But the couscous.
Okay. The couscous and tea and Marlboro is better in Mauritania. And driving. But what was your biggest challenge ever since you came to Morocco?
The language. I
Uh-huh.
swear. Like it's so like I wanna learn it but there's nothing I can follow. Like the French I can try but like most people don't speak French.
Mm-hmm.
But the region there's no structure to it. They
Okay.
just teach me words here and there and then expect me to remember the words.
I agree. Moroccans don't even understand Moroccans.
Yeah, by the way, yes.
Exactly.
It's true.
I called it slow. You called it
Zmeta.
Zameta. Zameta is Kaylin's favorite song. You see how you see the
It's called Zmeta.
Huh? It's also called slow,
La.
and it's also Kaylin's favorite
No.
No,
song.
I understand because here every city have their own dialect.
Exactly. Voila. Not only dialect, even the terminologies, the words. It's so like I'm gonna tell you a phrase in Moroccan. I'm gonna give you the direct translation. خويا أعطيني واحد الجوج بيضات.
واحد جوج ديال ثلاثة ديال.
واحد الجوج بيضات. Brother, give me one
Of two
egg.
eggs.
One of two eggs. Even the numbers in this sense, they don't make sense. And you know what was very confusing for me when I came to Morocco? I came in 2018. The currency. Some people speak in dirhams.
Yeah, the
And some
same
people
thing.
they-
I don't
yeah.
understand it. I don't think that they have
Some people
a
franc.
balanced thing to say it. Sometimes they say 7 million for 70,000 dirhams. Sometimes they say 4,000 for 250 dirhams.
Exactly.
I don't understand
Yeah.
the relation.
So there's the Moroccan dirham,
And franc also.
there's rial, 20 riyal is 1 dirham. There's also franc. 100 franc is one dirham. So you go to different spots. You go to the souk. Sometimes they use al franc, 10 dirhams. Sometimes they'll say 200 riyal. It's 10 dirham, I think. 200 riyal, yeah. 200 riyal is 10 dirham. So you have to do the math to know. And the paper you're using is dirham. So why not speak to me in dirham?
And I think
we have the
people.
same thing in Mauritania. We
Really?
changed our currency, but it's like more logical than here, or maybe I understand it. We say like 2000 Ogia, we mean by 200. There is zero because our currency there is only 2 zeros, but we are limited to the last one.
Okay.
So we say 2000.
Okay.
I think the same applies here. Only I think old people use rial, especially rial, and shops they use franc.
Shops.
Shops they use rial and franc.
I heard them.
They don't like dirham.
Say rial.
Yeah.
Dirham.
It's all just confusions for nothing. And it's so deeply embedded in the language.
This is Morocco.
Up north, they use female pronouns for
Yes.
men. Tintina.
In Casa they use masculine pronouns for women and men.
Sometimes it's well, good luck learning Darija. Wallah, good luck. I'm proud to say I did learn Darija. It was hard, but the process was here's how it goes. I hear things, I say them, people make fun of me, I keep saying them, and I learn.
Yeah, but like, you know, those things that you hear, how can you formulate your own sentence?
I had a background in Arabic, so I spoke Arabic
why.
already.
Yeah.
But you don't speak Arabic at all, so
No.
it's just
It's hard.
something completely new to you. And the Moroccan dialect is a mixture of Arabic, Amazigh, Spanish,
French.
and French.
Yes.
Like we have kumir. Kumir is a kind of bread. Comes from comer. It's eating in Spanish. So it's just
It's
in
called
Mauritania,
khabza.
we have the
Khabza.
mix between Arabic, Amazigh, and French.
Yeah. Okay. It's interesting. I would love to visit Mauritania someday.
That's when you.
I would love to. Yeah, exactly.
You will have a good.
Inshallah. Why not? Will I visit Colorado Springs?
Yeah.
Are Amira and I invited?
Yeah.
To come visit
Yeah.
Colorado Springs. What about you? Oli?
But let me tell
You
you
get
something.
lost. You get scared. I'm not joking. Like, you think Nigeria is, but come to Liberia and you come with clothes and go back naked.
Nice. Sounds a
But
lot
you
like.
have fun though. You have fun.
Oh, okay.
With no clothes.
Well, I think that'll be it. Do you guys want to add anything? Any kalima?
Yeah, I have a question. What do you guys think of the dormitories here? The girls and the guys
Being
living-
separate?
Yes.
Being separated.
Oh, we are Muslim countries.
Mhm.
The reason is clear, I think.
Like,
Even though if the university did it, I don't think that the government will not allow it.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. In my opinion, I think it's because Morocco has a religious agenda. It's an Islamic country. It's a Muslim country, so they have to abide by some rules that cannot be broken at all.
Yeah, cannot be.
Yes, and beyond that, even they don't even have the dormitories be in close proximity. If you remember, one of the buildings on campus were split down half. The right side was for girls, I think, and the left side was for
39.
yes. But that didn't work. That created problems because of gender segregation, and it just created problems. You know, in different cultures, where it's permissible by religion or lack of religion, I think relax. It's okay. It's important to normalize the other gender, the other sex. With segregation comes the denormalization of the other sex, and that's my own personal opinion.
I just think it's just a rule that should not be followed. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna go visit my friend.
No, that's your opinion, but there is.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, like, if you think I'm gonna do something, then I'll hide to do it.
That's the thing. It's not a question of what do you think you're gonna do. I'm just gonna go have lunch. It's a question of you are gonna commit a sin.
By being in the same.
Yeah.
If you were to follow one of the main interpretations of the Sharia, a girl and a man being in a closed room alone is a sin.
Look, I just
think.
think that a little bit. Look, we will just we will divide now these days 38 and 39. We will mix them. Sure, 100% problems will come, but with the years, it will be normal things. It
Exactly.
will be habituated.
Exactly.
But for
It will
now,
be
it
normal.
creates
Yeah,
problems.
now
No.
it will.
It's not just religious, it's also very cultural. It's a cultural issue, and we agree that AUI is very different. It's not as
It's
conservative.
not, yes. It's more
As
the
the
rest.
real Morocco.
Yes. What about you, Kevin? Would you like to add a word before we wrap up?
A question.
No, I mean, you asked the challenge question, and all we said was the language. But that's what I kind of was going to say if I was going to answer that. It's interesting just experiencing such a different culture, especially with the gender stuff. And I think also the curfew gets me sometimes.
Oh.
Guys, I think it's more of like a safety thing. Like I think people, when it gets past midnight, they're like, I gotta do something. I can't go to campus. I think that, whatever. But yeah, that's the challenging thing, I guess. It's just getting
I had
used
a good
to.
experience with the 12, the curfew.
Uh-huh.
Never. Always at 12:03, there is no lights. I stand at the last one sitting there. No one will see me. The first one will show their casualty. No one will see me.
Okay.
And I end.
You have very good excuses for many things. I won't be contacting you, Mohammed. But it's interesting that you mentioned, oh my God, it's 12. I can't go back to campus. It's interesting you phrase it that way because with AUI's policy, they tell students, hey, even if you're outside of campus after 12, never feel that way. Always
Yeah,
feel
but they
welcome
say
to come.
that.
They
And
say
they're
that.
like, oh, you get this many warnings.
Exactly. So perhaps they need to
Change it.
formulate it or have a different
Change the
approach.
punishment.
Yeah, have a
Yes.
different approach, exactly.
Like, yeah.
Amira, would you like to add something?
Yeah.
Okay.
One advice: don't try to learn Arabic. Darija.
Don't try to learn
Don't
Darija?
try.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure that.
Believe me, don't
the
try.
people-
Don't waste your time.
Just
Look,
back
for
when-
me, I know Darija. I can understand, but I cannot speak it.
Exactly.
So when I'm always sitting with some people, the context and what you are saying, it's about me. So I pretend to not understand it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Muhammad is
move.
very political in his
tricky,
mind.
by
And
the way.
sometimes I just record and then I ask my friend to
Nice,
translate.
nice.
Nice.
I think that'll be it. Thank you very much, guys, all of you, for accepting our invitation and for sharing your stories and inputs with us. It's been very fruitful, I believe. And a big thank you to our listeners. Thank you for listening. Thank you for liking, sharing. And we'll see you very soon, inshallah. Stay safe until then. Bye-bye.
Okay.